Hello and welcome to Life at Your Own Will podcast. This is a podcast where we entertain, educate and advocate, and it is the final podcast of the week. If you've noticed that we've had 4 bonus episodes this week. So Jay's back here at the pod and we're just going to chat about what's been happening in our week. Jay, you look very different. You've had a transformation, haven't you? But we'll get to that in a wee while. But if you remember from last week's episode, we said we would talk about how the 60th birthday parties went for your mum, my mum-in-law. Which one do you want to start with? Do you want to go?
We'll go chronological order.
Chronological. Okay. Yeah, that way.
Chronological.
So basically, what one came first?
Aye.
That's the way that I kind of...
Aye.
Aye, okay. So was it Friday or Saturday we went to a place called Tiger Lily in George Street?
That was Friday.
That was Friday. So that was like the large gathering for your mum's 60th birthday party.
Yeah, and we actually, at the door, there was someone there who I used to serve at a certain place I used to work. And she thought I was...
Yeah, former customer at your former work.
Yeah, who I didn't...
What are the chances of that?
Yeah, and I didn't realise she actually was there. As I was working there, I thought she was a guest, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And asking who I was there for. Oh, good on you, Queen. And she was really nice.
Is that how she talks?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
You go, Queen. Happy birthday, Queen. And she was so nice, actually.
Yeah, she was really nice and welcoming. I'm like, who's she? And that kind of person's just perfect as a front of house.
Yeah, she didn't know I was away, and so I was in our show.
Right.
I.e., obviously, or E.G., Mrs.
And
Doubtfire.
from what I can remember, because we'll get onto why I felt a bit uncomfortable in a bit, but from what I can remember, she was like, yeah, oh, so it's your mum. I'll come through, darling. Come through. I love people that talk like that.
Yeah, no, she's lovely.
Yeah, so we kind of touched on briefly, either in a bonus episode this week or last week, I can't remember, about how I'd be wearing different clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, you're uncomfortable.
And usually I just wear my comfy clothes because that makes me feel good, like comfy cotton joggers, things that aren't figure hugging. And it was one of those hot, humid summer days, and there was no freaking breeze. So I wasn't feeling my best. I wasn't feeling very comfy.
No.
And when we got into the place, I mean, I think they had air conditioning, but I don't think anyone knew how to switch it on.
No, they didn't. It was too hot. Even Auntie was like, she was sweltering with cousin.
Auntie?
Auntie was there with cousin, and they were...
Oh,
yes.
yes. What can we call her? What name do I like?
How about Bobby? Just
Bobby?
Because of her profession.
Oh, yeah, she's a police officer. No, we'll go with... I'm looking around the room. This room that's...
Bill?
Chaotic. Bill, that's a man's name. An old man's name. Please never call me Bill.
Oh, my papa was called Bill.
Yeah, but he was an old man.
Okay, well, when we are old men.
Well, you'll be an old man. I'll just be an old person.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. God, there's thousands and thousands of women's names.
Susie.
Susie, yeah. So Susie was there with Jake.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
Yeah.
Yeah, great name, isn't it? Susie was there with Jake, and we were sat opposite them. Jake is now 4.
5.
Oh, it's
6,
5 now.
Nearly 6 in November.
Nearly 6. I remember when he was a wee baby.
I know. Starting P2 this year.
God.
I know. New school.
Where does time go? That is ridiculous.
I know.
He's such a lovely kid, but we'll get onto him in a bit.
He says like talk about the guys and all that.
So we sat chatting with her. It was really nice to get to know her because we don't really see a lot of this particular relative because we're busy, she's busy, life happens, shit happens,
Exactly.
and it was nice to have an open conversation with her because she's the kind of person that actually listens to
Bears
you
all.
and engages with you and understands where you're coming from.
And just bears all.
Well, she kept her clothes on.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
She looked very summery. She looked very healthy.
Yeah, she did.
I've not seen her with that hair before. Normally she's a brunette and now she's turned into a blonde.
Yeah, it's nice. No, and we met a few friends as well. Mum's pals from our work.
So let's talk through what kind of party it was. It was a sort of afternoon tea experience, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And most people got a cup of tea when it eventually got served.
And two mum's pals never got their afternoon tea on time.
Did they not? The shame of it.
I know.
The shame of it. And there was like three tiers of cakes, and the three tiers was shared amongst three people. So there was various tiers on tables. Not the crying kind, but the multi-story cakes. That's how I'll say it.
T-I-E-R, not T-E-A-R.
Yeah, that's the one. The cakes were very nice. What was that little red one? What was the cream inside it?
Diplomat.
How can you call a cream diplomat cream?
Maybe because it's conveniently nice, and it suits most people. So they're being diplomatic. It doesn't cost enough.
I wouldn't think to call like something sweet a diplomat cream.
Me neither.
Anyway, it was nice, and there was little finger carrot cakes with the nice frosting on top. There was little pink cupcakes.
There's lemon meringues.
Lemon meringue to the
Or
listener.
lemon tarts, yeah.
And there was little goat's cheese quiche things. I
Yeah.
didn't even try that because I can't stand goat's cheese. Can you?
Never had it. I like sheep's cheese.
Oh no! You let me try that once. It was awful.
Pecorino's lovely.
Pecorino. It looks like hard heels.
That's what you think Parmesan is.
They're all horrible.
Not to me, they're not.
Well, they are to me, and they smell like unclean feet.
Alright, if you're sure.
I am sure, and listener, if you agree with me, please get in touch. If you don't agree with me, don't bother.
No. Are you sure? No. Are you sure?
What?
I'm Daphne. Are you sure?
Yeah, no, not cheers, Frasier.
Yes.
So that was nice, and then your grandmother's, Nana's new partner bought your mum this huge birthday cake.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Yeah, from a well-known UK and US and Canadian-based wholesaler.
Costco.
Yeah. Okay.
I love the cakes in Costco.
They're lovely.
Oh,
Yeah.
they just look so incredible.
Yeah, there's some of the Italian family there. There was Nora's friend from way back. She was there.
Mhm.
Mum's pals were there. Like from
And
work.
it wasn't like we had like a little section of this place. It wasn't like a whole.
No.
The whole place was exclusive to us. And the people. Did you notice the other people that were in there?
Yeah.
You did. Did you notice what they were like? Their age range.
They were quite young. They were quite old. There was lots of different people. It's more of a party vibe in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I mainly noticed the younger people, especially the women, because some of them had really nice makeup on.
Oh, I can imagine.
And had really nice hair. One of the women had like really long, icy blonde hair, and icy blonde's my favourite shade of blonde.
Oh, that's nice.
And if you're new to the pod, I'm a lace wig maker. Hair's my thing. Yeah. So it was nice to see people. It was nice to meet your mum's workmates as well, because we hear such a lot about them.
Well, we had met them. You've met them at the wedding, but obviously you forgot about them because it's been so long.
Yeah, and you know what I'm like with people, I just hate them.
And one of them you hadn't met.
No, I don't hate them specifically, but normally I just stay away from people because I'm not great with people.
Yeah, you met one you didn't meet always before because she's new, so.
Yeah, but I mean, they were very nice. They were lovely.
And they were actually, yeah, and you like.
And they actually talked to us, unlike a few other people.
Yeah, and Nora's.
I'm just gonna call it.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna call it. I think a couple of them are homophobic.
You never know. I think like I say, it's two people we do talk to. They didn't chat because they were too busy chatting to Mum, and I think it's just where they were. I think it's. Yeah, I think so. I don't think they're like. It's weird though, because the ones in Italy, the family there, they're fine. A lot of them are fine.
No, that's not who I meant. There was a couple of other people, but I'll not mention them. I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
What was the tea that we had?
It was etiquette, I think.
Etiquette tea?
Yeah, etiquette, yeah, etiquette.
Oh, they couldn't even afford to get PG tits or typhoid.
No, or twings.
I mean typhoid, but we call it typhoid just to be obstinate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but the servings of milk in like this little container, it wasn't a lot of milk.
No, because when I was getting my hair done today, I got a massive jug of milk.
Yeah, so that was the Friday. Now let's talk about the Saturday. That was one of my scene.
Yes, Sabato.
What?
Sabato.
What's that?
Right, Italian for a Saturday.
Right. The useless information that you get here.
Was handy.
Why? I've looked at the analytics. No one from Italy watches.
No.
No one listens.
Fair enough.
Although we'd love to welcome you.
Yes. See.
Yeah. So the Saturday we went to...
Brasier Prince in the Balmoral.
What's with the talking like you're from Aberdeen?
I don't know, I'm just trying to enunciate.
Well, don't just speak normally.
Okay. Brasier Prince.
Yeah, the Principal's Bras. We went there.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't go through the what we call tradesman's entrance because it's quite a posh hotel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 5-star.
What is the hotel called?
Balmoral Hotel.
The Balmoral. So is that where if celebrities were here, is that where they would stay?
Yeah, it's owned by Rocco Forte Hotels.
Who are they?
I think it's the hotel inspector Mum was saying, I think. Her family.
That
yeah.
woman with the curly hair owns them?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, her family does. Yeah, I think her mum does.
Alex Polizzi?
I think it is, yeah.
Really?
I think so. Don't quote me on that, but I'll look up later.
Yeah, we'll get the fact checkers coming in probably saying, that's wrong.
Yeah. No, we went there. The restaurant's owned by Alan Roux, who is the cousin of Michel Roux Jr.
Okay.
Who's named after Alan's dad, Michel Roux.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went in there, and it's one of those places where they're very attentive. They open the doors for you and they pull your chairs. I'm like, please, I can open a door myself. Thank you very much. Is that what people go to a restaurant for?
It's called its 5-star hotel. They have to do it because there's like so many. My mum was going past the other day and they saw people.
I mean, it was nice, but I was like,
Well, mum was going past the other day before we went, and there was people opening the door for them, chatting to him. And they ignored the guy. The couple ignored them like they were nothing. Speck of dust.
The guy.
Yeah.
But when going slightly off on a tangent here, when we were coming out, I noticed that one of the people that were at the main entrance, what's the hotel called again? Balmoral.
Balmoral, the foyer bit.
At the foyer, front of house, guy that's got Down syndrome.
I thought that was amazing.
And that really, really made my day because, I mean, even 5 years ago,
You've never had that.
we'd never have that.
You
But
know,
to see someone that's different, that's someone that's got like disabilities or whatever, front of house, amazing.
you'd never see an autistic person doing that 5 years ago.
No?
No, you wouldn't, because they'd probably think they're gonna mess. They would get scared and they're gonna mess up with the high-end clients. Cause
Yeah, because I know you have like equal opportunities and everything these days, but it's only like recently, I don't know why, you're actually starting to see its effects.
Well, remember, it was only 1994 when women had the rights to keep their job when they were pregnant. So
yeah.
So you know it's
And did you know? Well, I think in the UK up until 1991, it was okay for husbands to. Well, I'm trying not to say the word, but take sex whenever they wanted.
Really? Wow.
Even if the women didn't consent.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So we went for our meal. We sat down in this. In fact, where we were sat, I've always gone past it whenever I'm on the bus coming down from the bridges and thought, I wonder what it's like in there. I wonder what it's like behind those net curtains.
Oh yeah, the bridges is South Bridge, North Bridge, where you go up. There's like the old town.
Yeah, and you can access the Royal Mile and things from there. Yeah. So I was on the other side of the nets now, and it was those nets that only come halfway up the window.
Oh yeah, you wanted to dunk them, didn't you?
Yeah, I remembered a line from Dinner Ladies when Dolly goes, "I'll just nip home to dip me nets."
Oh, Bren.
Yeah. So I had a main and I was going to say pudding, but that's not. There we go.
Yeah, that dessert.
I had a dessert. So you can say what you had first.
I had camembert. We had bread to start with Edinburgh butter, and the women came round. We told the women who came round with it that Mum's birthday, so she'd look after her. Then we had the camembert with the bread, which was lovely.
I tried a bit of the camembert and it's like cheesy metal.
It's lovely.
It's cheesy metal.
It's lovely though.
In your opinion?
Yeah. What did you have?
I didn't have a starter.
Oh yeah, I had for mains. That was my main. And I'll tell you go your main and I'll go my pudding.
So for my main, I had a gorgeous fish pie, and it's not like the microwave ones you get. It had bits of haddock, it had prawns, and I think a couple of tiny bits of what are those things that you put on pizzas?
Anchovies.
Anchovies, yeah. and the mash was very creamy, and it was all crispy on top, and there was some sort of herb on the top. It was either dill or parsley or something, and it was gorgeous. Although I would probably prefer to eat that in the winter, because when you eat a hot fish pie in the summer, well, it adds to your body heat.
Aye. Mum had the start. Did she have a starter?
I don't think she did, no. She just had a main and a dessert.
She had the duck with beetroot sauce, beetroot jus.
Yeah, it looked a bit like blood on her plate.
Yeah. And
our duck was well done, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that pudding I had was the potato rolls with the chocolate sauce and hazelnut ice cream filling.
Yes, and for dessert I had a scoop of strawberry ice cream and a scoop of vanilla ice cream, and it was delicious. Not quite on the level of the gelato that we had in Italy, but it was definitely up there.
Yeah, and Mum had a creme brulee, and she smashed it.
Yeah, she knew. So just smashed her spoon into the creme brulee and tucked in.
Oh, that was lovely though.
I got a bit of the, what's this thing called on top?
Like a honeycomb sort of thing, glaze thing.
Yeah, I tried a bit of that, but I didn't try the creme stuff.
Oh, it was lovely though.
Yeah.
And we all had orange and lemonade.
Which surprised me actually, because you always say absolutely no to fresh orange juice with the bits.
But I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, so see, if you try new things, sometimes you do enjoy them.
Yeah, sometimes, yes.
It's not all toil.
Well, I had Chinese last night.
Like that was only chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, but I like that. At least I wasn't too. At least I had something for the Chinese though. It wasn't chips.
Yeah.
Or jelly.
I had a lovely curry last night. Anyway, yes, we had the lemonade and bitty orange drinks. And then we sat for a bit and chatted about, well, cats, really.
Yeah, we did actually. Yeah.
What else did we chat about? Oh yeah, your mum mentioned that your papa would have loved to have gone there, eh?
Yeah. And it was lovely. No, and the fact that it didn't feel stuffy, and it was casual, smart casual. You didn't feel like you weren't welcome.
Yeah, because my thing was, I'm going to a posh restaurant. I'll need to be wearing like dress trousers, shirt, waistcoat, and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I don't like wearing all that thing. It feels very constricted.
But it made you feel that you were welcome there, and they were grateful for. Thank you for spending your birthday with us.
Yeah, and I mean, when the waitress came over and she said, because I'll chat to anyone, and I watch these programs like when people ignore the staff, and that really gets on my nerves, because they're still people.
Exactly.
And they're the people that are looking after you. Be fucking nice to them.
Exactly.
And so I just wanted to offer my hand and say, hey, chat to me. It's all right. I'm one of the all right people. And she said, oh, it's a birthday. Oh, we'll look after you.
Yeah, and remember what Mum got?
Yeah, so when they brought out the desserts and we were about to take a photo, the waiter said, you might want to take a photo of this instead, and you can see what it was.
It was a free macaron with happy birthday on it and chocolate.
Yeah, that was really nice of them to do that. We'll put photos on the gram, so go and follow us at Life at Your Will.
No, it was great. No, Mum, and you know what? I got a present from Mum because I've taken her there.
Did you?
Yeah, even though that, and paid for it. She gave me a present. She went to this new second-hand vinyl shop and record shop, and I got.
Wait! I thought you said a nudist vinyl shop.
No, a new second-hand.
That's that's a new concept.
Sorry, we went there and I got a B50. If any of the B52s are listening, I got a B52's Planet. I think it was Is it called Planet Claire? The album, the yellow one.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favourites. I love the songs on that one. Do 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 do.
Yeah, and then you paid, and then we went. Yeah, we went home.
We did. Yeah, we really enjoyed it. We kept tasting after we went. It was lovely.
Mhm. And then we've had the rest of our week. Is there any highlights from your week apart from what you're about to discuss?
Well, last week I was drumming along in my drum lesson to Purple Rain.
Purple Rain?
Yeah, Purple Rain, but I couldn't do it because I'm not that good yet.
Well, you're learning. You've only been to 2 lessons.
Of course, yeah. No, it was good, yeah, and
I mean, I didn't pick wig making up straight off.
But you're still really good at it, though, so it didn't take that long.
I know, I'm fantastic. No, I am.
Fantastic. No, no, what else is happening? listening to my sitcom again, and you're telling me off for laughing too hard, but I can't
Well,
help
it's
it.
just every night at like 10:30 when you go for a bath, and these walls aren't that thick.
I know, but I can't
People are
help
thinking,
how
why
funny.
the hell are you laughing your head off in the bathroom?
I'm sorry. It just is really funny. Like I was
Because
listening.
you're listening to the dramas when you're in the bath.
Yeah, because last night it was just so funny. Iris was Sue Pollard was getting on at Bernard Gordon Kay because
What's the show called?
For better or for worse. It's a basically radio sitcom and it's like from the 90s and it's like so funny because she thinks Bernard's having an affair with Christabel, who works at Foley's funeral facilities, and she wears short skirt.
Yeah, you were
Yeah, no, it was funny. And then Christabel wears short skirts and all that, and she thought he had taken his dad away to the pub to give him ice to give her. It wasn't. It was just she got mixed up with the book and all. It was really funny, and Iris is just hilarious. Sue Paul's hilarious in it. Bernard.
Yeah, it's super large.
We saw her a few years ago actually at the festival.
It's like these unsung comedy heroes of ours that are from the UK. They never get the huge breaks that they deserve.
No, because they're so good. Like we were watching, I don't mention it before, but we were watching I Being Served a few weeks ago, and it's just you know you get these.
Yeah, we did our was it comedy from Two Continents ep?
Yeah, we did, and we watched it right, and you see like David Croft, Jeremy Lloyd, and Jimmy Perry sitcoms always have you've been watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one was Molly Sugden. You saw the smile on her face, and it had to screenshot it because like that's just the face of pure delight and sheer enjoyment of doing what she loves, because she just I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And that's what
like I do when I'm making wigs.
Yeah, and that's what I do when I'm chatting to people and helping people with kids and adults with disabilities shop, and it's great. And that's what I love about these kind of sitcom shows and stuff, because that's the kind of homegrown like talent, like working class ones that, you know, they're not Hollywood and they're just great.
Yeah, like they don't. Well, the majority of them, they don't have like the divaness. Well, Cilla Black did.
Yeah,
but she wasn't comedy.
Yeah, it's like when I listen to my Big Finish audio dramas, a lot of the actors like even though maybe heard, there's a lot you do heard of like Celia Imrie, you get like Linda Bellingham and stuff like that, but a lot of them are just.
Oh, Linda Bellingham.
Honestly, no, she played because of the Dark Hole in the the 80s serial, which was Trial by Time Lord, which was one of the last with Perry. Colin Baker's doctor goes on trial, but in this audio drama Gallifrey, she's back in as Inquisitor and stuff like that. She's really good.
Linda Bellingham's voice was lovely.
That's why I love listening to her on that.
Yeah, she had like that huskiness to her voice, and me and my mum always loved the Oxo ads.
Yeah, I'm going to say that.
Loved those.
No, I need to get you to listen to Gallifrey later, because the old stuff in it's just so good. Because she's like so devious as well. Because
she had quite a commanding voice.
Yeah, Dark Hole is so good because she doesn't like there's a person called Irvin Braxiatel, the Doctor's brother, and she doesn't really like him very much because he likes Romana, who's president, and like she doesn't like her politics because it's so liberal, wanting other people from different parts of the world, the galaxy, coming into Gallifrey, so it's quite good. No, I love these kind of people because a lot of the Big Finish actors and actresses who come on say like, "Oh, I get to be in a Doctor Who."
And if anyone attached to Big Finish wants to come onto the podcast, please do.
Please, I don't know.
Yeah, we would love it.
Nicholas Briggs, Lisa Berman.
Oh, how incredible would that be?
Yeah, Jason Haigh-Gallery, Lala Ward.
Let's see if we can tag them on Insta and see if they're interested.
Yeah, so they do that sort of thing.
And if anyone listening can make it happen, just do it. We would love the opportunity.
Sophie Aldred, I don't know. Oh. If you've got some Nitro 9 spare in your baseball bat. No, it's so fun because they actually say that they get to a Doctor Who and they're so happy. Even people who have done the TV show then doing the audio, they actually love it because it's all counting that as proper Doctor Who rather than, not just a TV show. And I think that's amazing. Yeah, it's great. And I think people like that are just what acting's all about. Because acting is not about the money and the fame. It's about.
Well, I mean, for some it is.
It is, but
it shouldn't be.
But for me, you know what? Like for me, like audios and TV shows are for me. Like I listened to that one with Sue Pollard, right? And a couple of times they've said the wrong name and they've not, and it's like because it's been live recording.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And they've just left it in.
Yeah, and I love that. And also, when I watch TV shows like, say, In Love and Memory, that one with Flora Hurd.
Oh, yeah.
And you see the wobbly sets and all that, and it's like, that's what, and like, that's what TV is like. And Goodnight Sweetheart, we see all the old sets of the World War II, Maggie Jo's.
Oh, like the set designers, whoever they are and whoever build them.
Because like, it's so
Just wow.
yeah. Because like, and who would have thought a program about a time traveling bigamist? You know, it's
And I want to know because I just had this thing where I wanted talking of like old props. I've always had this thing where I wanted an old design of a Kellogg's cereal box.
yeah.
And I contacted Kellogg's directly to ask if I could get it. They said no. So I want to know where they get them from.
I think they have the designs on their computers, and they go and they get them printed.
Oh,
And they'll have
okay.
them printed off for special occasions.
Right.
That's what will happen because they'll have them for archiving purposes. What we could do is get a Kellogg's box or normal cereal box, more available. Print off on the printable printer, the label of the old one back and forth inside, and print it now. Have our own one that way.
Yeah, but it wouldn't,
Of course,
it's
but
not quite the same though, is it?
we could make it old by putting tea bags on it and like an old letter.
Yeah. What kind of... No, I was going to say what kind of tea bag am I doing here?
No.
Um,
It's good. I mean, this is what we need. People like that.
Yeah, because I mean, I imagine that if you're like an actor, you have to have that artistic drive and ambition that's just it just pours it just comes from every pore in your being that you want to portray a character at your absolute best.
Yeah, because like when I watch Heartstopper, like Kit and
I mean, I would love to act.
me too. I would love being extra.
No, see, I'd want to be front and center.
I want to be like Tracy and Easties, have a line every few years.
Mm.
I would like that. No, I'd like that and be in the back.
See, in that case, I'd want to be the bride, not the bridesmaid.
No, I want that because then I can still get paid for it, be in it. And
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. I love.
But I mean, I could be like, if you know how you have like these power couples, I could be like the really famous one, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
could be the one that just supports me.
Oh yes. You know what I love about Heartstopper is like because Kit and Joe, they're so good. Like they obviously, I don't like what happened to Kit, obviously, but Joe, they're so nice because obviously Joe's like part of the community. They are so they love what they do, and they love having the books, the graphic novels come to life, and they have support people that way because the show has probably really helped a lot of people. Unfortunately, Kit had to come out because the fans were too demanding.
Oh.
He came out as like bye, but I felt when I heard that
It's no one's business but theirs.
and I wanted to give him a hug because it's not. I mean, they're only 19, 20 in his little similar.
I mean, oh God, 19, 20, you're still discovering who you are.
I know, and I'm 30 next year, and I've just started wearing nail polish to get my hair done, so I'm still learning.
Yes, and that goes nicely into your transformation. What's been going on?
Well, I've been at a certain hairdresser's, you probably know, but Tony and Guy, and I've been getting shout out to David and Carly and the rest.
Did you tell them about the podcast?
I never had a chance because we were chatting about hair. I will. I'll yeah. We're going.
You can go when you get your roots done.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. So I got my hair done. So I got my patch test the other day, and I got my consultation, and I got my.
You're like a hairdresser's dream because your hair is so thick.
Yeah.
And there's so much hair.
Yeah. And I got silver hair.
Yeah, so what was the process? What did they need to do to your hair?
They had to put me a patch test to see if I was allergic, because partly after, if you have COVID that we had, you sometimes obviously because they're not used to do it, but they now do it more often because you can get allergic to it.
Yeah, and also like before COVID and everything, you could have a really severe allergic reaction, especially to bleach and any chemicals.
Exactly. Yes. Then I went in today, got the bleach on.
So how long did they leave the bleach on for?
About 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
Half an hour actually, because it wasn't that long. It didn't take long. Then I got the master bleach on when my hair was washed, and I got my head massaged, my nails.
What's master bleach?
Master bleach is what after it puts it's the actual stuff. So the one it highlights makes your hair yellow. Then you've got the one they put on, so you can make the
a toner.
Yeah, and then toner afterwards. Yeah, and I got my hair nice massaged as well with nails and the rat pin comb and that stuff. So it was nice.
So what is the name of your colour?
I don't actually know. He never said.
Well, describe what the colour is then.
It's like an ashy silver.
Ashy silver.
It was actually, he turned out better than he thought it was because he thought it was going to be darker. It's actually the shade I wanted.
Really?
Yeah.
Because when you said to me I'm going to get my hair silver, I thought, okay, so you're going to have like really bright silver hair.
No,
but it's not like that at all.
No, and I'm going to go blonde. I'll go blonde. And once it goes yellow, I can go back into another colour if I want.
So will that fade?
It'll fade to blonde. So once it goes to blonde, I can keep it. Then when it goes to yellow, I'll go back for another toner.
Right.
So I might go the same colour, or I might go something else like a.
So because you've been doing a lot of changes to yourself personally recently. Where's all that came from?
I just want to be myself because a certain person I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just want to do it myself, and I don't care.
So it's like a self-discovery.
Awakening, yes. Yeah, I just like so I love nails because a certain person I'm talking about saw my nails and like wasn't very happy, but
Well, tough.
yeah, no, but yeah, I love it, and I'm actually supporting the nails I've got now. Actually, not the ones I've got on, but the ones I'm going to get on soon. I'm supporting their Tom Daly's new range for Rimmel because he's the new first male ambassador for Rimmel.
See, when I think men wearing nail polish, I don't instantly think Tom Daly.
Well, he does a lot of knitting now. He does lots of stuff now. He's
What's that got to do with nails?
He's sort of discovered himself the last few years, like how his queerness was come
Right.
about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like you then?
Yeah, he's because he does a lot more for the like kind of that when he had done. I think because he was like me, he was scared to embrace it a wee bit because of the.
Well, I mean, especially when you're growing up in Edinburgh, it's like dull down the queerness. Don't be gay. Don't be effeminate.
Yeah.
Don't be anything other than, well, heteronormative.
Well, I've even bought a crop top, so.
A crop top.
Yeah, I even bought a crop top.
He thinks he's in Take That.
Oh God, no, I don't like take
So
that.
now that you've got silver hair, do I start calling you Granddaddy?
No, Ashy.
Ashy?
Ashy, yes. No,
I'm joking.
No.
You know how you get those gay couples and they call each other Dad? God, no.
Well, David, my pervy hairstylist said that he had.
My stylist. Oh God.
He said there was a hair colour he had called Granny Grey, Grandma Grey.
Really?
He used to, yeah.
I think next time you're going to go for a Phyllis Pierce rinse.
I could. You need to give me some wheezies though, so I can talk like her.
I'll just go into the lower parts of your voice, love.
I need some wheezies. I can't do it without wheezies.
No, that's Louise Jefferson.
I know the sweets. They should do that parody. The cough sweets, yeah.
Yeah. Quadras Asparellas.
Oh yes. Julio and Glass. No,
Julio and Glass.
I will. Yeah, no, I'll do that. I wish I could get Sue Nichols would do my hair.
She's not a real hairdresser, though, love.
But I think she'd actually do if I paid her enough.
No, I doubt it.
No?
No, I mean, how old is she now?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not real. Although, as much as we like, I'm being distracted by the rain. But we've got a funny story to tell you about the rain, but the rain is battering off the window again.
And I wanted to go and get a cat litter.
Yeah, so, was it yesterday? Day before?
Day before it was, yes.
Day before yesterday, we were going along to a local shop, and it was just spitting with rain, and we thought, yeah, it's just spitting with rain, but we're not made of sugar, we're not going to melt. On our way back, it was so bad I couldn't even open my eyes.
Oh, yes.
The rain was lashing it down, and it's like someone had literally turned the power shower on. Yeah,
and when you took your jacket home, you got in the bathroom, like, your t-shirt was covered, soaked.
Yeah.
It was like...
Yeah, I mean, it's a little, just a grey zip-up thing I got from Primani, and yeah, it's not waterproof at all.
That's why I need to go then.
I mean, I like it because it doesn't stifle me, it's not too warm, but it's not cold.
That's why I need to go to a certain shop I like my jackets from now to get you one.
Yeah, so like from head to big toe, I was completely soaked.
You were
completely changed, but it was fun.
You never hold even.
It was fun when it was like a river in the pavement.
You never hold on to me, even when you're dizzy. You sometimes do, but hardly ever hold on to me. And you had to hold on to me and it must have been really bad.
Yeah, I couldn't open my eyes.
I know, and we had to went to the bus stop outside the shop, went back in because it was that heavy. We had to
for shelter.
I know, it was like you're under Niagara Falls.
Yeah, it was really torrential. And then the next day we went like round this corner, and where the water is separated, there was like this mound of silt.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
really. We couldn't cross the road places because there was that puddles everywhere.
So I've got a feeling that since there's a lot of sunshine and a lot of rain, things are just going to grow rapidly in the garden.
It needs, because a lot of crops have been, especially with the weather in Europe at the moment, like 43, 49.
I mean, there was even talks here at points of like hosepipe bans.
Yeah, because Isle of Skye is an island of Scotland. They were having problems with water.
Yeah, and I think last year it was a really dry summer because the grass verges that are 3-4 streets away, they were all just like hay.
Yeah, but
everything had turned hay coloured.
Yeah, and my shop flooded the other week as well, so it was, so Yeah, but I want to talk about it as well. What do you think about the writer's strike and now the actors strike, guild strike? Because I think
Well, are the actors
they are
in
now.
support of the
They
writers?
are, and they're
I
actually
think they should, because
they pick it now.
I was saying this to you last night, wasn't I? People seem to forget that when you have TV shows, films, audio dramas, anything that's got dialogue, someone has to write that.
Yeah,
It's not. I mean, very little of it is improv.
yeah,
Someone has to sit with a notepad or a computer and write this stuff.
yeah,
It's time consuming because you've got to, I imagine, because when I was writing a book years ago, you have to delve into each and every character, what they're like, what their specific dialogues are like, what their personalities are like. So if they're not being acknowledged and paid enough, yeah, they should be striking.
What? So do you remember? I don't know if you watched it, but
And what two actors was it that you came through and told me about?
it was best friends Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda. They were the day before the strike. They were picketing when the writers were striking, and also, do you know? I don't know if you watched it, but it was in the year last year when Julie Andrews had her like special achievement award thing. She, you know what she did? She actually congratulated and thanked every single crew member she's worked with. From the
Really?
set designers to everything, because that's who make the films and
Mary
the shows.
Poppins herself. Oh,
Yeah.
love that film.
And you know what they did
Love it.
for her, actually? They had a Mary Poppins come down.
Really?
Yeah, like not her obviously, but yeah.
What was the show when Lady Gaga was singing a medley? Is it medley of the sound of music?
Oh yeah, that was good. That was the
Talk
best
about-
performance.
Oh, incredible! I mean, usually, how do you go? How does a singer of Bad Romance go from that to singing the sound of music?
I don't know.
That's range.
I think she should do musical theatre. You know what?
No. I want her to release
No, 'cause
music. I want
listen,
albums.
No, because listen, right.
Please, Gaga.
I don't like singing so much, but like, there's some she's like just groping and all that. I do love like, but they're mostly musical theatre stuff, and musical theatre singing and music and things and like instrumentation. It's just joyous. Even if it's a sad song, they're just joyous.
Mm-hmm.
Think about like the Mrs. Doubtfire songs, like "I Make Me a Woman" and "Rockin' Now." They're just great songs, and that's musical theatre, and that's what music's all about, is bringing that. But what I suggest, though,
But I really like, especially when artists write their own stuff.
yeah,
I really like it listening to the message that they put out,
exactly,
or how they're feeling at that particular time, or like Born This Way. Like my interpretation of her song Venus, it's like everyone coming together and celebrating love.
yeah,
I mean, I know that the song allegedly is about sex, but it's all about how you interpret things.
yeah. And I think the thing is, right, especially what happened with the government here in Britain, they didn't think people like that and they creative like us weren't valid. And I think
because during lockdown, people in the entertainments and catering world and various other things weren't viable.
no, and
That's such a fucking insult.
it is because they had. Remember
So are you trying to tell me that through lockdown, no MPs at all were listening to music, watching TV, blah blah blah?
yeah, and
All of those things involve thousands of people.
yeah, and the thing is, right, the problem is like they had this site. Remember, they had a thing you could go on and you could like put your skills in and you had a job, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
And like Paul O'Grady and Malcolm got like acrobat and like physics.
Wasn't one of them like sewer attendant? Or...
Something like that, yeah. And one was acrobat, and it's like Paul O'Grady getting acrobat.
Yeah, right.
And I got biochemist, I think. I think
Yeah, all right.
or something like that.
So like they're getting back to the music and things, the writer's strike. Yeah, I am in support of them. Yeah. You got any further thoughts?
I'm so proud because I love Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. I think, especially with Jane, obviously recovering from cancer and that, and she's doing that, probably not feeling a lot well yet, but I think they need to realise, right, the fact that these films and TV programmes in Hollywood are not going to get filmed at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they need to realise that it's not just the stars. Like, yes, the stars probably the ones that the performances in it captivate, you know, but for us, well, especially me, I think when I'm watching something, I'm almost thinking about the set design or how they like hello. Remember that a couple of times like Monsieur Fonts had his wig and was like or hair and it was on the edge or Edith had her wig funny.
Yeah.
Because the time it probably take to tell the parent like the wig department probably had a field day doing this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think they're the unsung heroes.
Yeah, because people tend not to think about anyone other than the actor.
Yeah, or the writer, or the people that produce the show. And yeah, they don't.
Because they're just the front of house.
Yeah, and it's like you don't get people I see on the one show, or like this morning, or this women like or Angela Beveridge, production man, or role was, or or like
Here's Chris Wadsworth.
or here's Mr. Spornak on the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
No, I think you need, or here's Anne Flip Giordano. You don't get all that.
No.
And it's crazy. You know what a good program actually. You know what we could do, or a program. How about like a crew program or a crew cast, where we could get like say Angela Beveridge on and other people if she's still here, hope she is, or other people because that's who we see a lot on our programs we watch. Have them on and talk about their roles.
That would be incredible.
Because you know what, they probably have so many great stories.
Yeah.
About the sets and stuff and the people and things going wrong on sets because
and just their love for what they do.
Yeah, do you know there's an office in the BBC used to have? It's like an office block, and that's where they used to have like their rehearsal.
The old BBC, not the horrible one that they have now.
It wasn't there, but it was like a building somewhere. They had the rehearsals there for shows.
Yeah, I mean they had various studios.
Yeah, and
probably still do.
I loved it. Yeah, and I would actually love to go and you do that sort of thing. Just talk to them because they're the ones that are they're the ones that probably know so much about the things that go on the BBC and ITV.
Yeah, behind the scenes goss.
Yeah, because they'd love to know what certain people were like.
Mm-hmm.
I bet a lot of them are lovely, and back in the day, I don't know if you know this. You know how Morecambe and Wise were BBC. You go say to they were ITV. You couldn't work for both networks at the same time back in the day. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
So say if you were like Morecambe and Wise, you went to ITV. That was you working for them. You couldn't then swap because you had a contract with them.
Right.
Because I think it's not like now where you had say Sally Lindsay could do a program on Channel 5, then do
to watch that Madame Blanc.
Oh yeah, and then go Tenable, which she does her Tenable on ITV because
Sally Lindsay's great.
Oh, I love her. I love Sally.
It would have been interesting if she did actually get to play the role of Janet Scott in Scott and Bailey.
That would be, yeah.
That's one of my recent loves. It is incredible. Suranne Jones and Leslie Sharp.
Yeah,
just
they are good.
Incredible. And I've recently been binging Vera.
Oh, good.
With
Brenda
Blethyn and either David Leon or Kenny Doughty as her sidekick, and it's based on the Anne Cleeves novels.
Yeah. And
it's written so nicely. The way it's filmed is beautiful. Brenda's performance. Like in one scene, you'll have the way that she plays her, you're kind of like resenting her a bit, but then in the next scene, you could be in tears for her character.
Yeah, he could be.
It is incredible. Yeah. Like the stories, the way it's filmed, the way it's edited. It's amazing.
And talking about Leslie's, I've been watching, not so much recently, but one of my favourite programmes actually has got Leslie Dunlop in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the one you're thinking of. It's not Maybe Where the Lights Are. Not that one. It's actually called.
I thought you meant there was more than one Leslie Dunlop.
Sorry, no, it's the one with Well, she was not in it at the start. I can't remember the word was in the start. It's called May to December.
Yeah, I watched a bit of that.
I like it. I like her in it.
Didn't get into it.
I like Anton Powers. He's a good actor. From Fresh and French Fields. It's all about his wife died. And they've got together, and she's a lot younger, 20 years younger, 30 years younger, and they're having a baby, and it's navigating that. He's a lawyer. It's actually quite good because it highlights the fact that there is older couples, not so much like us because we're not that older.
Mm-hmm.
Cause we're only 6 years, but it shows you can love. I'm all for that as long as it's not creepy or you're out to get the person's money.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love things like that. I love watching ITV sitcoms.
As long as it's consensual as well.
Yeah, I love watching the old lesser known sitcoms like the ITV postcard sitcoms and stuff was it? What was the one with Paula Wilcox we watched?
Oh.
Something in Me. Was it?
Oh, do you mean was she in the Liverbirds?
It was the ITV one that only had 2 seasons. She had a baby called Rolly. Rolly.
Oh.
What was that called again?
Oh, I can't remember.
Anyway, that was good. And we love watching and one with Odd Man Out. That was an excellent one. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Miss Jones and Son.
Yeah. Odd Man Out, you love that, don't you? I got your DVD. It was John Inman's one, but he's Neville Sutcliffe. Which
Odd Man Out.
Yeah, it's Neville Sutcliffe, and he's the one. He's the chip shop owner, and he finds out he's got a half sister who owns a rock factory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's Josephine Chewson. I like that. You like the one where you did the driving lesson. I like that. I love things like that.
Yeah, I mean, we love the old shows. We're not really that fond of many new shows. And that's because of the writers.
Yeah, because of the set, the wobbly sets.
Yeah, I mean, all the good writers have gone.
Yeah, and that's because of you, Angela. Yes. And other people. I don't know other people's names. Yeah. And you Phoebe Schofield as well, I think. No, it's great.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all that we've done with our week, isn't it?
Yeah, I am got me another drum lesson tomorrow, so I'll be Sheila eating it tomorrow.
And on Sunday, it's going to be really exciting for me because I'm recording with a very special guest. I'm not going to tell you who it is just yet, so you'll have to wait and see for the surprise. So if you're new to the pod, do give it a follow. Thank you so much for listening. We really hope that you've enjoyed it. The podcast is growing, which we are loving. We love it so much. Do keep sharing it with your friends. Leave us a review if you're able to. Follow us on Insta. And yeah, we hope that you've enjoyed all the bonus episodes this week. We've really enjoyed doing them. And yeah, we'll see you at the same time next week, won't we?
We will.
So in the meantime, take care. Drink lots of water. Wear your sunscreen. Check in on your friends. And take care of yourself and each other.
Toodaloo.
Speak to you soon. Bye.